You were tuned into the Kickback Reloaded. Yes, we are back. This is episode 1 with Miss Kora, the artist.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Oh, shit.
Girl, look, you ain't know.
Bien, sorry.
Well.
How you guys doing?
Well, I'm good. How y'all doing? Anyway, she is back, okay? She definitely was here when I started, like, and it was hot in the building. It is a little hot right now, but we got the air on. Mm-hmm. But you are coming to an end of your tour, the Celebrate tour. Tell us about that. Give us a recap.
So I just set up like a little mini tour because I had so many shows lined up, and I was like, I might as well call this a little East Coast mini tour. So I started in New York at SOBs, and I'm ending in Miami. But the next DC date is actually this Sunday, August 5th, and then August 25th, I'm at the Soul Smoking Loud Festival. It's going to be Asian Doll, New Impressions, Trouble, a whole bunch of artists, Kilo.
Where's that? Here?
Yeah, it's at the...
You know I'm not familiar with DC spots. That's why I say here.
I think it's at JFK or Gateway Pavilion.
Oh, so it's big.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, Kora done doing it big.
Okay, I'm real excited for it. And then that night, I'm going to be with my bro Ethan at the Rock and Roll Hotel, which I looked up some pictures of the venue, and it looked really, really dope. So I'm opening up for him because he's headlining that show. But he hit me up last minute, so I just added that to the tour.
Look at you. Mm-hmm. You popping. So we talked when last? 2016?
Yes.
It's been a minute, and now we 2 years in. Mm-hmm. So what has changed since then?
A lot has changed. My mentality has changed. Me as a woman has changed. Musically, I've kind of grown and nurtured my craft a little more as far as songwriting and stuff like that. And a lot of opportunities have come my way. So it's been a lot. You know, it's been a very transformative 2 years.
Okay. Well, look, so before we get into it, I just got one question because we in a real big saturated industry right now.
Yes, ma'am.
It's just too much going on for my flavor. So the question is, what would your favorite artist have to do to lose your support?
Oh.
Because you mentioned you love like Kanye and Alicia. And
yeah. Like, they probably just have to kill my mom or something. Like, it has to be a personal thing for me to stop being a fan. Like, your legacy can never be destroyed. For example, Bill Cosby. I still love his shows despite what he might have made, the choices he might have made. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take away what he did back then that inspired me, that uplifted me, and just destroy it because of, you know, choices. We're all humans. I was debating with my producer, David Knox, a while ago about Kanye supporting Trump, and I didn't understand it. And he was like, just take your time and really understand what he's trying to say. And he was really just talking about love to the core at the end of it. Through his crazy, genius ways, he was talking about love, and that's something I support. So you really just got to give artists a platform to express themselves in any way. We're artists. We're going to do crazy things and say crazy stuff. So
for you, it's just like your art and you as a person don't have to coincide. So it's like, I'm going to support your art. I might not support you as a person.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, that's why Beyonce stays so private. She said it in one of her documentaries, like, you know, we used to fall in love with Nina Simone because of her voice, not because she had drug addiction and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? It was her artistry. But now your life is what's popular. Your life is like what's popping right now. They care about who you're dating more than the single that you're about to put out.
Yeah, this is real life.
Changing times, okay?
Definitely. So, speaking of Trump, let's pop into your Twitter.
Oh, Lord.
So, he been around for a couple years, so I think you... or whatever, and I think you tweeted this in that time frame. So you said, now we could look at our father to lead instead of some man that people elected. So have you voted previously?
I have never voted.
Okay.
I know people think that's bad, but I don't support this system at all. And I know I can choose the lesser of two evils, but
don't do it.
In this case, I don't want to be a part of the decision. Like, I think we just need to, I think as black people, we need to create our own justice system and just colonize separately. Not to not be able to integrate with every other culture, but just to have something of our own. Every culture has something of their own, from the poorest to the richest, except for blacks. So for me, that's what I was talking about. And specifically for that tweet, it's like, now we can kind of look to the real person that, you know, has law and justice, which is God, you know what I mean? Instead of, you know, it's a blessing in disguise for me. I feel like Trump's not the most terrible person, but I do not like that man.
Girl.
Okay, but God made him too.
Well.
So, you know, we need to stop looking at men for answers and more of a spiritual guidance.
So if we don't have a government structure, then what exactly would be the replacement?
So they can keep this government structure, but as far as blacks, I feel like we have a different system. We're more spiritual. You know what I mean? I think having a more spiritual leading, because this system has taken Christianity or religion out of everything.
Yes.
Like schools, damn near churches. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they have to keep it real funny, 20 minutes long. Like, you're not catching no Holy Ghost no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I just really feel like we just gotta, as a people, really figure out what works for us. I don't have a system
answer yet, but it's just like, what's happening right now ain't working.
And, you know, we gotta fix it. Facts.
All right, so to the people in the music industry, Kora's about to answer you a question about something that she tweeted. So hopefully you can get a clearer understanding. She's going to provide.
Hopefully.
So she said, to all the, in quotation marks, beat makers, please learn what falls under the umbrella of being a music producer before claiming the title.
Yes.
Please explain what a producer is.
Okay, when you think of a producer, you want to think of someone like Quincy Jones, Diddy, DJ Khaled. They might not be making a sound or anything, but they're producing the track. They can complete a track. They can be there with the producer, the beat maker, while they're making the track and say, put this sound here, put this sound here. They can be in the part where you mix down the beat. They can be in a part where they're vocal producing the artist. They can be in the part where they songwrite for the artist or get a songwriter for the artist. They provide all of the resources necessary to complete a track. Mm-hmm. Now, a beat maker is just what that is. A person who makes a beat.
Well...
And there's a lot of beat makers that want to step into the role of producing. So just because an artist is on your beat does not give you the right to tell them, oh, this is what you should do on the beat. Because I didn't ask you for that, because you're not a producer. You're a beat maker. And that's just a pet peeve that I've had. Like, the only person I want to take criticism from in the booth is a actual music producer. And the only person in this area that is an actual music producer is David Knox.
Okay.
You heard it first.
Well, she said it, not me. I'm going to agree.
Now, there are a lot of dope producers that have done a lot of things, but as of right now, there's no one in the city that can make the beat, write the song, mix the song, master the song, and put a PR package together and a fucking video together. Can I curse?
Dang. Yes, you can.
So I don't know anybody else, okay?
She just had to put that out there, and I'm not even going to disagree with her.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with producers, but I definitely know David Knox, and
there's others,
lies.
but I haven't personally seen it on the level that he's done it. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot. So
she shut that down to the beat makers.
Yeah, beat makers, we love y'all, but understand what producing is. Understand what, staying up while everyone else is going to sleep is. Understand what 12 years of sacrifice is. Period.
Real quick, because we talked about this earlier in the house. Maybe I wasn't talking about it. Maybe I just heard. But how do you feel about purchasing a beat versus getting a free beat on YouTube? What do you feel like the importance is as an artist?
Honestly, there's really no such thing as getting a free beat off YouTube. Like, for example, I've downloaded free beats. Beats that were supposed to be sold off YouTube just to get an idea down. I just needed a vibe. But when it comes out to putting a song, say you don't give the producer credit. Once the song comes out, the producer can come back and be like, yo, you didn't put me in the publishing or any of the split sheets or anything. So, like, honestly, like, if your business ain't right from the foundation, it's just trash. So all you have to do is, what I like to do is get a beat off of YouTube that's a vibe, and then kind of make my own version of it. Well, me not, get a producer to make the own version of it, and that works for me a lot. Or I'll just pay for the beat, because I know a lot of producers, and to pay to lease a beat for $10 or $20, or to purchase a beat for $250 is worth it if you really care about your craft. Now, I understand as independent artists, it's hard, so you can do a mixtape, but don't sell no music that you don't give the credit to the producer. Like, don't put it on iTunes.
Let them know, girl.
Like, come on, like, cause sis, when you blow up after that one song you stripped off of YouTube.
Well,
they gonna come and get that ass. And you ain't gonna have no money after that. That single that could have set you up for life, you ain't got no money for that. So you back at square one. You got all this popularity. You doing the TLC thing with all this popularity and nothing to show for it.
Nothing. You
just gotta respect the producers. Respect the producers.
I like
and
that.
The beat makers. No shade, but respect them.
And know your position, beat maker.
You said what?
I said know your position.
Oh yeah, know your position. Play your role. I started as a runner. Do you know what a runner is?
You do runs?
Yes.
Like
no.
Hey, look, I was interviewing people. I'm not in the music, so look, she teaching me. So what is a runner?
A runner is someone. It's like an assistant at the studio. So you'll be running. You're in a studio sessions for a major artist or any artist, and they want certain things like a writer or something, some sort of thing, and you go and get it. That's where I started. I played that role, and I did it well, and then I got upgraded, and now I can come in the room and do some songwriting, and then I can do my own songs, and now I'm with BET. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just gotta start
from somewhere and actually embrace your position. Don't make it what it's not. Like,
be the best at what you do.
Right. Definitely. All right. So your next tweet, you actually you retweeted this.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And I don't want to chop it up because I'm not like, one of those like big interviews that like to like skew the words, but you just retweeted it. Okay? All right. So it say, never snitch. Even if it means you got to serve life, you'll be just fine. If you can't do the time, I suggest you stay out the streets. So like you got me at the end and kind of like followed up with it. But then in the beginning, I'm like,
I don't even remember retweeting that. I probably was just watching Power or something and I was like, no snitches. Snitches get stitches. Like, no, honestly, if you want to be the thug and you want to be out here in these streets, just know the consequences that could possibly come with. Like, Ghost knows, but he still chooses to do it. And you see him consciously trying to get out of that as much as possible, but he keeps getting dragged back into it because of just fucked up reasons. But
so for me, okay, so when is it snitching and then when is it like you just speaking up, like you're just supposed to talk?
When you in the interrogation room with a police officer and he asking to give a name, or you gonna have life, I can reduce your sentence so you can have immunity if you give this name, and you snitch, then you weren't built for this street life, because you snitch and you get back out, best believe you're gonna die.
Well,
so you want to live or nah? Just don't do that lifestyle if that's not what you're trying to do. It's just black and white.
Right. Just don't do it if you ain't trying to be in.
I ain't about that life.
Well, I ain't either.
They say I come from Southeast. I ain't about that life. I got a little art, but I ain't the like pew 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 nigga. Ew, ew. Like, maybe in a song I might want to say that just to get off my chest.
I love it.
Like an alter ego.
Yeah, just be rapping about stuff.
But I'm not really out in these streets shooting people. Like,
you just like the vibe
or witnessing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna snitch.
No,
you don't snitch.
What?
I'm a Taurus. I'm a loyal bitch.
You a Taurus and I'm a Virgo. It's just like,
yes, you're fire earth.
Girl, don't get me lying. But
I want to say earth, but
I am an earth sign.
Yeah, see, we're earth, so we're down. Like, we're down to ride. Like, we plan it, okay? We right here. We out here in these streets.
I love it. I freaking love you. All right.
I love you too.
So we about to get into with it or quit it. So that's when I name you a statement. You tell me if you with it. That mean you agree.
Okay.
Quit it, like, nah, what did you talking about?
With it or quit it. Got it.
All right, so the death penalty should be exercised more often as a punishment for those guilty of murder and rape. Maybe people would think twice about committing such crimes.
Quit it.
Okay.
I don't like anyone playing God. Like, you're not the one to judge based off their sins, because you can be forgiven for murder and rape. Not to condone it, but you should serve life. But I don't wish death upon anyone unless there's literally a mass murderer out there just killing people and he's sane. Like, so if he's not
DC
insane.
Sniper.
Like, if he was sane, like doing this consciously, knowing that he was doing this and he just wasn't on some crazy schizophrenic stuff, then yes, maybe we can argue he deserves the death penalty. But as a whole, in general, I'm gonna say quit it. I'm not gonna say I'm with it, because I don't think as human beings we really have the resources to judge appropriately.
So if like the white people that's going up to these schools and shooting, do you agree with the officer like
Their parents need to
insane.
beat their ass before they go shooting up the school. White parents.
So you don't think it's a mental thing? You think they're well aware of what's going on?
They are. Have you watched a show called 13 Reasons Why?
No.
Oh my God, it's a show called 13 Reasons Why on Netflix, and it's about this girl who killed herself because of bullying in a school. And there was this other guy. It was one scene. This is about to get graphic. It was one scene where this guy left school and came back and was he was like bullied all the time and was trying to be like, look, I don't want to, be bullied by you guys no more. And they turned him around over the toilet seat and shoved a broomstick up his butt till he bled. He went home that day, got a gun, and was about to shoot up the school in this episode. In this episode, someone stopped him from doing it, made him think twice, which you should never do. If you see a guy approaching you with a gun, don't try to be a hero. But that, for me, gives me a reason to want to shoot somebody. So there's reasons for everything, like, you know what I mean? So you really got to take all of that into account when you're judging someone based on what they did. And if you can give the person who bullied them the justice that they deserve, where they don't have to be seen anymore, then that's better than him shooting up everything. Not to say those kids that shoot up everything is right for doing that, but they have a good reason most of the time, unless they just crazy. Like, and then you crazy.
But then you really just don't know. Because anybody can say anything. You don't know what's going on in their head.
Exactly.
Well, since you want to talk about judgment, then we're going to talk about this next one. So jobs are discriminating against felons. Your background should be relevant if the crime doesn't relate. Your background should be irrelevant if the crime doesn't relate to the job. So a child molester should never be allowed to work at a daycare, but he should be able to work as a store clerk. So you agree with that or no?
I'm going to say, would it quit it. I see the logic behind that.
Okay.
But a child pedophile could grab a child in a store clerk too, as a store clerk too. So it depends. Like, there should be certain benchmarks they have to get through before they're allowed to work without having their record affect them, basically. So I think there should be just certain little levels that they need to go through in order to expunge that. Or
I was gonna say, because it really never go away. In some cases, you can get things like taken off, but severe things is like no. But like a murder, and just like you said, you don't know. Maybe somebody did something to their mom and they just retaliated, and that's what they did. And now they, went to prison for X, Y, and Z, but now they want to get back into the workforce. Right. Should they be penalized for that, or should they be able to, start working again?
I think just like if you have bad credit, you get a bank account that's called like an opportunity account, where they don't allow you to spend over a certain amount. Like, you should have if you get the job, you should have certain restrictions at that job. If you have there should be some type of benchmark. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to, people have to eat. We can't live without money. So unless you're going to provide a foundation for them to not work and get money and do that, then y'all need to let these people work. Right. But it depends. I can't be the judge of that.
It don't be no rehabs, though. Like, once you get out, it's just like...
You need a rehab.
You kind of like... Because I've had conversations with felons. It's like, dang, I can't get no job. Like, the most you could do is like a mom and pop shop. But but that's not enough to, be on your own.
Exactly.
So, yes.
I recommend entrepreneurship, man.
You need money to make money. But I get you, though. I feel you. All right, so we're going to end it with this last one right here. There's nothing wrong with having a ghostwriter as a rapper. Sometimes it's hard to articulate your emotions, and that's why these people are there to assist you. Are you with that or no?
I'm with that.
So you're cool.
Unless you're doing straight battle rap, you should be totally writing your own rhymes if you're doing that. But if you're making mainstream music, collaboration breeds greatness. I believe in that all the way. And sometimes, even for me, I can't articulate what I want to say, or someone coming to me for songwriting, they can't articulate what they want to say, and I'm able to say it because maybe I just have the words to say it. It's okay as long as it's your idea, as long as it's your emotion. I'm with that.
So if somebody already writes whatever, has a beat, and just feel like your voice will be great, not as a I think, as not from a singer's
but like
point of view,
rapper.
but like a rapper.
Like Drake.
They bring it, right, they bring it to you. So it's not necessarily your emotions, your idea. It's just your delivery is what they want. You feel like that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine, because sometimes actors write their own scripts. Sometimes they go off other people's scripts. All of this is an act. You know what I'm saying? We're not really showing our true selves. And when we do, we get criticized for it. So and Drake in particular started with acting. His name was, I forgot, on Degrassi, but he was Aubrey back then.
Jimmy.
So.
Jimmy?
It was Jimmy. It was
I
Jimmy.
watched Degrassi
So you know what I'm saying?
Elementary.
It's all about the act. Like, you know, you go through stuff as an artist and you still got to step on stage and put on a performance. So
Right.
it goes for that for writing too. Like, if there's a record that they know Rihanna is going to slay, give it to her. Y'all, everyone can eat off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we don't have to be so in tune to having to like write every song, because sometimes, son, when you write every song, it just don't come out as good. Like,
yeah, right.
it's just one track minded basically, and I just
Well, that's nice to hear a different perspective, because a lot of people just feel like as a rapper, like you need to write your own lyrics. Like you get clowned if it's not like.
I think like
rapper.
a conscious rap, battle rap for sure, but definitely like rap has transformed a lot lately, so it's a lot of singing going on too. So I feel like just let it keep evolving. This is what art is, you know what I mean? You can't put a cap on it.
All right, so before we get out of here, are you going to leave us with some words of wisdom? I'm not even going to ask you. Yes, leave us with some words of wisdom, girl. Tell us some
words of wisdom. If you're watching this, I know you probably want to quit whatever you're doing, but don't. Keep your faith. Keep doing the work, because faith without works is dead. Always keep God in the center and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have a cross to bear. Just like Jesus had to walk up with that cross, you're going to have your own cross to bear. Understand you're not going to be comfortable, but that's because a shift is coming. So just keep pushing. Like, if you're not comfortable, you're in the right place. If you're comfortable, you might need to rethink some things.
Y'all better rewind that back, play it, screenshot it, save it on your phone. All that. You are tuned into the Kickback Reloaded. I'm Diamond B. Frazier, and she is
Kora the artist.